Hey, this is your recap Aunty. Hey, y'all. Hey. Hey, we are here today to review episode number 77. But before we, no, not 77, girl, 76. But before we do, we're going to sit here and talk about episode 75. Y'all know what we do. We sit on the front porch, honey. We have our little talk with our tea and our mimosas and our water and our coffee, whatever you choose to have in your cup, honey. And we're going to take some sips and we're going to give our opinion about what's going on episode number 75. But before we do that, I just want to put my little foot on the porch just a little bit before I sit down and ask y'all to go look at that last video that I just put up about the fishbowl parties. Fishbowl parties. Go look at it. If you got any stories, let me know. That's all I want you to go. And I got another one that's coming up that might, y'all might be familiar with, or you might not be familiar with. I like to drop a little extra for y'all, whether it's about Beyond the Gates tea or just in life tea. I'm going to give y'all a little something to make your mind spin just a little bit. So anyway, let's go ahead and get to our first comment. We're going to sit down. We got our tea and cup and Kool-Aid and water and mimosas and wine and coffee, all of that ready to sip and see what y'all talking about. Okay, we got my boo, Miss Cynthia Judkins 2250. She says Madison was in her feelings that the first thing Chelsea did was get on her phone. Yeah, didn't like that shit at all. That as soon as they finished having that magical night together, all of a sudden, girl, you just gonna pick up your phone, girl. You just gonna pick up your phone. It wasn't that beautiful. Yeah, some people do that. They'll get right on the phone. But like she said, that's her job. That was her business. She need to make sure that she stays on top of that algorithm, because as soon as you stop slowing down, honey, that algorithm is going to eat you alive. So consistency is key. Believe it, I know. All right, we got my boo back, Miss Cynthia Judkins. She says, Chelsea in love already? Girl, please. Right. I'm like, girl, why'd you just so quickly? You are not in love, honey. You are in lust because you was just getting sad on Allison like what, yesterday? Or really quick, like, not too long ago she was like tripping on Allison. So I'm like, girl, chill the fuck out and go somewhere and go meet somebody else. Okay, our next one, Raquel Batson 3260. She said Dougie came in talking with his chest against Joey for the first time. Right? Exactly. I was like, go ahead, Dougie. Go ahead, Dougie. All right, I see you. I know Vanessa liked that shit. I'm sure she did. And my girl Raquel, she also says, poor Naomi. She lost her bestie, Haley, to Bill. Now her mom is going to be beefing with Ashley. Girl, you ain't never lied. Yep, she going to be beefing with her. And if Danny find out who that bitch is, she going to punch the shit out of Ashley. She like, oh my God, Naomi, your mom hit me. We got Cynthia. My girl Cynthia is back. She says, Ashley pissed at Naomi for letting Derek propose. Girl, the last time I checked, Naomi is not his mama. Girl, you better say that, sis. That ain't his mammy. No, that nigga can do whatever the fuck he want to do. Like Naomi said, girl, first of all, Derek is a grown-ass man. He can do whatever he want to do. I was just trying to help him pick out the right ring so your finger won't turn green. That's what I was doing. I was doing your ass a favor. And you mad at me. Girl. Oh, she got on my nerves. And then we got my girl, Cynthia. She also says, Ashley lied to Naomi when she asked her, is it anyone else? Child, we all know that she would like it to be with Andre. Yeah, I don't know why it's just so difficult for this girl to say how she feels. Is it because Andre is black? Is that the reason why that she's afraid? Like, this the thing. Think about it, y'all. Nobody, I just hit the light bulb moment. Nobody wants to claim Andre. Nobody wants to claim his ass. Danny don't want to claim him. Ashley don't want to tell nobody about him. God, this ain't no shade on him, but his mammy and pappy died. Like, nobody wants to claim Andre. Poor thing. Poor thing. Oh, okay, my girl Crystal Waters of 4426. Hey, Crystal, she says, I don't see where Ashley wants Andre. It's obvious he's smitten with her because he's always in her business about Derek. He tried to kiss her once and she flipped out. But we don't really see her even flirting with Andre, just whining about Derek. Didn't Andre say he was ready to settle down? I hope he doesn't think it will be with Ashley. She can't even commit to a guy she's been with for 2 years. I just don't get it. Right, exactly. She ain't gonna commit to him. Or she's going to be expecting a lot from Andre that he's not going to be able to give. I think that she's going to really put a lot of rules and shit on him. And he's going to think that he's ready for all of that commitment and everything. But he going to figure like, nah, I'm a free bird. Nigga, I mean, this is my first time really locking in on somebody. And I don't like that feeling. I like to be a free bird, you know. So I feel like she's going to really be too strict on him. She really is. Raquel, we got Raquel. She says, I need Chelsea to calm the fuck down. She is acting thirsty, thirsty. Get that child some water, honey. She is acting real thirsty. She need to calm down because she's beautiful. She's a model. She could be with whoever and whomever she wants to be with. And she just got to be some, oh, I know you wanted me. Oh, I saw you looking at me at the bar. Oh, really? Girl, you're going to be okay. Chill the fuck out. Go drink some wine. Calm down. Pull out a toy. Get a rose. Something. You'll be fine. She is acting very desperate and thirsty. And we got Raquel. She also says drunk ass Ashley is even more annoying. Right. Andre just pops up everywhere like whack-a-mole. Raquel, do you have a channel, girl? Because I need to be listening to your videos. I'm finna go and subscribe to everybody right now. Raquel, you be cracking me up, girl. But his ass do be popping up like a damn whack-a-mole. And we be bopping his ass too, his old crazy ass. And we got my girl Cynthia. She says, I still don't trust Kenneth. He always takes off running when he sees Ted. Is it Ted or Martin? Maybe it is Ted, cause he be running. I don't. Yeah, you're right. He does. Now that I think about it, he does go running a lot. Like today, they did at the beginning. Cynthia, they did show Leslie, but she wasn't in today's show. So again, no, yesterday. I'm talking about today, which was episode 75. I don't think that they show her. Yes, no, they didn't show her, but they showed her in the beginning. But girl, yeah, I can't wait to find out more about who he is and why he keep chasing that boy, so we can find out what did Martin see or do, because he witnessed something. He was clearly in the police car. Marcel was there. We had a crowbar. Maybe it was a robbery gone wrong. Let's see what color's your money. Maybe it's bloody money, like bloody shoes, like Cardi B. Maybe it's bloody money. It's red, who knows? But it's so many twists and turns in this damn show. You really don't know until you see it. But yeah, Ashley got on my nerves. Got on my nerves. I mean, she walked in there. She didn't give a fuck about the fact that Naomi had a business meeting. Girl, I called you. You didn't answer me. And then I had to bribe your assistant with 2 free spa tickets. Girl, leave leave Naomi's assistant alone. That girl's a lawyer. Lawyering like she's supposed to. She's working like you should be doing. Shit. Oh, she got on my nerves. Oh, she got on my nerves. And poor Derek, he's so numb. He's just like, and Andre coming there to orphanage. Oh, yeah, man, I'm sorry about what happened, man. Yeah, she told me. And so Jacob, is like, in his mind, like, damn, she sure is telling you a lot. She ain't even letting it dry yet. And you already knew about what happened, and the first thing you do is rub it in his face. That ain't cool, bro. That ain't cool. So yeah. But thank y'all so much again. And don't forget, if you haven't checked out my other video, take a look at it and let me know if y'all know any fishbowl stories. I got another one that's brewing that might be really interesting to you. I might drop it sometime next week. But I've heard about this one, but I haven't seen it. Not that I've been looking for it. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't been looking for it. But my boyfriend told me of a story about this happening to somebody. This lady had played a joke on her husband. So I'll talk about it in the video and you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm sure after that video, y'all gonna be looking everywhere. Y'all gonna be looking everywhere. But anyway, Let me take my foot off the porch, honey, and not talk about no fish bowls, and let me sit my ass down, get these gates swinging open so we can get ready for episode number 76 of Beyond the Gates, baby. Y'all ready? Let go. Well, we open up episode number 76 with something we haven't seen much of since the big fight when he arrested Danny, and actually episode number 1. Naomi and Jacob in the bed together. And this time Naomi got her hair covered up, girl. That's right, honey. That's right. Child, she just rubbing off on that chest. Jacob got a nice chest, you ladies, don't he? Ooh, my Lord. And she was rubbing that chest, honey. She's like, nice. He's like, oh, I didn't hear you come in last night, boo. She's like, baby, you were dead to the world. He's like, yeah, that client meeting that you had must have ran pretty late, huh? She said, I canceled it, honey. I ended up doing tequila shots with Ash. She needed some consoling after. Yeah, I know, turning down Derek's marriage proposal. That's what Jacob said. He's like, yeah, he did tell me. But my thing is, why the fuck does Ashley need consoling if she was the one that broke his heart? Oh, baby, Ashley did not mean to hurt Derek, honey. She loves him. Now, Naomi, you a lawyer and you way smarter than that, sis. She's just not ready to get married. She's just not ready to get married yet, she tells Jacob. Jacob was like, okay, but why not? And so Naomi was like, I don't know. She got her reasons. Ooh, Jacob said it's one of them reasons, baby. Andre Richardson. Ooh. Now we see her old drunk, hangover ass in bed talking about Ashley groaning. Oh, that damn tequila. Need coffee. Coming right up. Andre's voice. The fuck? Look who's finally awake as he raises one eyebrow and no shirt on. Good morning, sleepyhead. This is all in her head, of course. Let me push play and make sure this shit ain't real. This nigga said, I guess I wore that pussy out last night, huh? And she just sitting up blinking like, what? I don't remember fucking your head. Oh, so the next scene we see Danny dressed up in her very low cut, colorful, like painted jacket. It looks so cute, honey. My T-Tars wouldn't be able to fill that out, honey. So guess who is at the front door? Ooh, it is Chelsea and Madison. Chelsea is really moving fast. Y'all are right. That girl is moving way too fast, like Speedy Gonzalez fast, with letting her meet her family. Oh, wow. It's not just she's over at Danny's house. Actually, she's over at the palace. That's what Sharon calls Anita and Vernon's house. He's at the palace. So Danny's like, oh, call me Danny. And Madison was like, oh, please call me Madison. And so she apologizes for Anita not being there. She's out of town, but her pappy's upstairs getting dressed. How nice. And I love the purse that Madison is carrying. I love gaudy, colorful things like that. I need that purse. So Madison said it's so intimidating really meeting the Senator Dupree. So she knows a lot about Chelsea's background. So Danny was like, girl, don't be so silly. My father's like, oh, well, you'll see for yourself. And we can't do anything until my sister Nicole gets here. So Nicole is on her way. And so Chelsea was like, Mom, can we just dial it down like to number 11? Because you're at 1,000 right now, Mom. And why does Madison have to meet practically the entire family all at once? Because, girl, you're just like your mama. I mean, you just met her 3 days ago, so you want Mama to meet her too. Come on now, don't judge Danny because Danny's excited for you. You want her to be excited for you, but you don't want her to be excited for you, Chelsea. Oh my God, Danny was like, because she's your new girlfriend and you're in love. Ooh, Chelsea was like, Mom, and Danny was like, what, girl, what? She's like, should I have not said girlfriend? Oh my God, is that not the word that you're objecting to? Oh my God, I can't get this shit right. God, did I mischaracterize your feelings, girl? So Chelsea was like, no, Mom, you didn't, girl. Madison was like, good, because I feel the same way about you, Chelsea. So Danny was like, well, see, look at that. See, love is meant to be celebrated, ladies, because it doesn't come along every day. Because that's the reason why I want everyone to meet this amazing woman who is putting that light back into your eyes, baby girl. Ooh, Chelsea was like, okay, well, does that include your new boyfriend, Mom? Danny was like, first of all, honey, this is a Dupree gathering, honey. And second of all, I do not have a boyfriend. And number three, whatever he is to me, he got other plans, girl. He got other plans. I hope that, oh my God, I hope that he didn't sleep with that child last night. Oh, God. Andre, you better not. Okay, so Danny invites them all inside to go to the fabulous great room. So we're back in hopefully in damn Ashley's dream. He was like, "Oh, last night was fucking amazing, boo. I'm so glad that you turned down that proposal for Derek. Otherwise, baby, what we did last night, baby, it would have never happened." She's like, how much tequila did I drink? I mean, shit, I can't remember a thing." He's like, shit, that's a shame. Maybe you should take a few sips of coffee to clear your head. Thank God that bitch was dreaming. So when he reached to give her the cup of coffee, the glass hit the floor. The cup hit the floor and shattered, and that's woke her old sorry ass up. So it is about Andre. We just needed to know. So it is. We knew it, but that made it clear. She wants to sleep with him. She wants him to bang the fuck out of her. She wants all these men to make decisions for her. She's not woman enough to be truthful. At least on that part. So she's waking up to, she's like, oh no. And then she hears a knock on the door, baby. And it's Mr. 6'5" Derek, honey, knocking on the door. Oh, and she has a hangover from the night before from those tequila shots. I can't wait to hear what this conversation is going to be about. Well, look at here. Look who's home walking. Look at Bill. He got a cane, though, but he's home. Look at there. Look at God. Hallelujah. So we see Haley. So he walking over to the little bar that they got at the house. She's like, baby, it's not even noon. And he's like, hey, baby, I'm just making up for lost time. That's all. Hey, I'm like, damn, nigga, you ain't even get out the hospital good. You just had a stroke and you trying to drink some liquor. Damn. He was like, you want something? She's like, hello, I'm pregnant. Well, I'm very well aware about that fact, and I couldn't be more happier about it. But I meant something non-alcoholic. Right? Yeah. She's like, no, thanks. I don't know what that shift was when she did that. She looked a little nervous. So Bill is like, yeah, I'm really happy to be back home. So he leans in on her to I miss all the comforts of home, baby. She's like, down, boy. The last time we tried that shit, you wound up in the damn hospital. Well, we are back at Ashley's little space. And so Derek was like, I left my gym bag when I moved out. I would have called first, but I kind of wondered to myself if you might even tell me not to even come over here. You're always welcome here, Derek. That hasn't changed. While she's tightening up her robe. Girl, he's done seen every crack and crevice of your body. Why are you trying to cover up? Oh, he walking in there looking so hurt. He looks like a zombie. She's like, so she lets him in, and he walks in real slow like a zombie. And she's like, look, I know you're hurt. I get it, okay, Derek? But please understand, I didn't mean to hurt you. He's like, oh, I get it. I mean, you just didn't want to marry me. That's all right? If you heard what I said, he says, oh, and now I didn't hear you. Oh, that's the problem. Oh, so are you telling me that you said yes to my proposal and I just misheard your ass? Is that what this is? I said that I just did not want to marry you now. Not when you're proposing as a band-aid to fix our problems. That is an awful reason to get married. He's like, well, apparently so is I love you too, I guess. I love you too. Oh, Derek. I want to marry you. I want to have kids someday and live our lives together. He was like, great. Just not right now. Not when we're like this. When did, Ash? He says, because we know all too certain that in this day's world, nothing is promised. We see that shit every day at our jobs. Is it so wrong for me to try to have forever with you? Oh, to be happy with the woman I love? We haven't been happy lately, Derek. That's the problem. And not getting married until, God knows when it's supposed to what? Age us until we're just right? Like wine in a barrel, huh? Magically just make us more honest with each other? Huh? I mean, more understanding? More ready to get married? Forget it, Ashley. Fuck it. It ain't gonna happen. She starts to grab. He was like, Ashley, you okay? And she runs to the bathroom. I hope that bitch is pregnant. I hope that she's pregnant. I hope that she's pregnant. Ooh, I hope she's pregnant. She skedaddles to the bathroom because she got the honey. Yeah, she got to throw up. Well, look who we have here in a pink jacket, baby. It looks like it fits him real good. We got Teddy Weddy. They got him in more bright, more softer colors. Did y'all notice that? The other Teddy, they had him looking more masculine, but they have this Teddy. He's wearing a lot more softer colors. I like it on a dark chocolate skin. So Andre comes by to see his uncle. So Ted was like, "Hey, Andre, what's going on, bro? I mean, what brings you by?" Well, yummy, yummy. Andre said, "Man, I'm coming bearing cinnamon lattes, Uncle Ted. I guess that's that same drink. Remember that uh, Eva got for him a long time ago when she got the DNA from that straw. Y'all remember that? He liked them cinnamon lattes. I'm about to try that. It looks like a Starbucks type of label. Is that good, y'all?" So Andre was like, "And got to give you a heads up on something, Unc." So Ted was like, "Oh shit, it must be real important if you feel like you need to smooth the way with my favorite cinnamon latte." And like Andre always does, when he comes there with his uncle, he pulls no punches. "Well, Danny knows that I told you about our relationship." So Ted was like, "Damn. Well, how did she take that?" Andre was like, "Well, it turns out she actually told somebody too." Yeah, her best friend, Pamela. So Ted was like, "Oh, okay. So the secret is out, huh? And it ain't so much of a secret no more, huh? Does that mean that the two of you are planning on going public?" Andre says he thinks that Danny is more open to the idea now. Now, I like this little outfit he has on. It's really cute because that little red and white sweater, he had that thing on since last week. Like, tell you that baby clothes. He looks really cute. He dresses age appropriate, and I really like the way they dress him up. He's like, yeah, especially since Kat and Chelsea pretty much figured it all out already. So Ted was like, "Oh, well, I wonder how long it's going to be until Nicole finds that shit out. I can only imagine how my wife is going to react." And you know what? Nicole might be mad because that's another secret that Ted is keeping away from her. Damn, he can't win for losing. Danny's keeping a secret away. Andre, but Nicole kind of figured it out. She said that something was going on, but of course, Danny stood in her face and lied. I know Nicole's like, "I'm tired of all of y'all fucking lying to me. God damn, bitch!" When Nicole walks in this house, baby, with this one shoulder puffy sleeve blouse and this skirt, when I tell you they have changed her outfit, bitch, with the split sexy ass, baby, Nicole, honey, you better wear that. If I had her body, yes, I would wear that shit too, bitch. So she comes in there, is like, "What is this meeting all about, girl? It's all about you, honey, with this outfit." No, she says she sees Madison there at the house. She's like, "Madison." She's like, "Oh my God, is everything okay? Why is the neurologist here, Danny? Sissy, talk to me, girl." So Danny was like, "Because she's Chelsea's new girlfriend." Just happy, honey. She got this big old Kool-Aid smile on her face. And so Nicole was like, "Oh, that's wonderful. I had no idea that Chelsea was, or that Madison was, oh, shit, seeing each other." What a wonderful sentiment, sissy. Grammatically torturous, but lovely. Daddy is so smart. So Nicole was like, "Girl, my grammar would have been better if I wasn't blindsided, sissy. But I am so happy for the both of you." Of course, she had to go through this with Martin. So she's not judgmental at all. She was just like, "I just didn't know that Chelsea was a lesbian. Nice to have you here, Madison." And so they thanked her. I'm telling you, this bitch, Nicole, Daphne, girl body, honey. Classy, sexy. Ever since she found out about Ted and that crazy ass Leslie, they have changed her wardrobe, her whole look, and it is bomb. So Chelsea was like, "Thank you, Auntie. I really do hope that Granddad feels the same way." And so Nicole was like, "Girl, so do I. Daddy can be a tough audience at sometimes." And then Danny was like, "Honey, then that man can reduce you to tears before you know what hit you." I'll never forget the day he grilled my first boyfriend. This is Danny still. Danny Daddy will always make this situation about her. Do you hear me? Practically obliterated that poor thing. So poor Madison, she over there, her heart is thumping like the little drummer boy, honey. So Nicole was like, girl, it might have had something to do with the fact that you were 7 years old at the time. And Daddy was like, girl, I know, I'm still not over that shit. They both, everybody said, oh, that was so funny. And Madison looks at Chelsea, was like, girl, maybe this was a damn mistake, honey. So Madison was like, girl, it is just too soon for us to be doing some shit like this. And Chelsea was like, girl, I guess I was just excited about you, about us. And that rubbed off on my mom, who is the one who planned all of this in the first place. Why did I say yes to her? I should have known better. So Danny was like, the crime of excitement, baby. Lock me up, honey, and throw away the key. So Nicole was like, Daddy is just very protective of his family. And while she's speaking of him, honey, the king enters the quarters, Mr. Vernon Dupree. He was like, wait a minute, y'all starting the damn party without me. So Madison was like, oh, shit. So we're back at Ashley's little square. Because, you know, her apartment ain't but so big. So Derek was like, I guess she came out from Irpin and throwing up all on the floor. I bet you she didn't miss the toilet. If she did, she better clean that shit up. Because if it was Derek who did that shit, she would have been, oh my God, why did you throw up on my floor? Yeah, y'all know how she would have did. So he was like, I'm guessing tequila, huh? So I guess he had some fruit. And she was like, that's very nice. Thank you, but I am not ready for fruit. So he made her some tea. She must have been in that bathroom a long damn time. So he gave her some ginger tea, which is so yummy. He said, you can try that unless you feel that your stomach would do a lot better with peppermint. She's like, no, this is good. So he was like, well, do you want some dry toast? So I guess her head is banging. I've only been that way like maybe one time. I can't do no white. That white, honey. Whew. I've never been tipsy like that, like I passed out. But it takes your pressure up and your head just be hurting. You throw up. Like, it feels good while you're doing it. But that next morning, honey, unless you have what they call it, IV, liquid IV or whatever, or you drink a lot of water that night before, it is the worst feeling in the world. That's why I don't do that. Give me a nice red wine. I'll do a Moscato. But all them tequila shots and stuff, nah, Auntie ain't doing that. So Derek tells her, like, look, no sudden movements, okay? At least not until you get that painkiller down. That's the only way that's going to knock that shit out. So he was like, you got to work today? She's like, yeah, in a couple of hours. So she's like, so what are we going to do? I mean, are we going to fight for this or are you going to run away from it? Derek was like, you're the one that damn running. I'm trying to save us. She's like, I'm bored with that. Oh my God. Maybe I didn't say it in the right way last night. But I want to save us too, Derek. I just want to fuck Andre. That's all. No, she didn't say that. Let's just figure out what's working and do more of that. Whatever that is, let's do that. I'll do anything to make it better. He was like, except marry me, right? Because marriage isn't the answer. I mean, can we just let's just think of something else? I mean, she's making it so stressful. There are so many people out there that have long engagements. Wear the ring. Y'all don't have to get married like he said. We don't have to get married right away. Just put the fucking ring on. If you want, it's the commitment. It ain't the marriage. It ain't the wedding. It's the commitment. She does not feel that she's ready to commit to him because she has a thing for somebody else. That's what that's about. She's acting like the ring is like he said, like an atomic bomb that's going to blow off her finger. But it's like, wear the ring, bitch. Just put on the ring. Damn. So Derek was like, look, you want me to think of something else. I gave it my best shot. And that still didn't work for your ass. So I am fresh out of solutions. I don't know what else to do. Here she go again, this fucking gaslighting. If you're going to give up now, what makes you think you can stick out of a marriage? What makes you think that you got the strength to make it through a whole marriage, huh? If you're giving up on us now, huh? That gaslighting, I can smell it from here. That's going to take a lot more give and take than you're willing to give me right now. He's just shaking his head like this, bitch. He was like, yeah, only because, never mind. He was like, look, I'm ready to go. You're not feeling well. She's like, and you're helping me feel better. Here she go. I mean, look at all this. Look at you taking care of me. Yeah, because he loves you. I mean, how can I not love you? You are the kindest, bravest, most wonderful guy. Can we please put in the work and get past this, Derek? Just tell me what you were gonna say. He says, you know what, Ash? I don't think that you're being honest with me. Now, this is giving her the open door. Come on now, be honest, Ash. He says, I don't damn believe that it's about the time. And she cuts him off, talking about, it is. So he was like, okay, well, how much time do you need? A week? 6 weeks? Couple years? I wish I knew. He said, here's the thing. I'm not even sure that you're ever going to say yes. And I think I know why. Why? He was like, you're going to want a latte when you're done with that tea. He just skips the subject. And I'll take your keys. And don't forget to take the ibuprofen. He leaves. He said he'll be right back. And she got that lip just a quiver. Girl, you just had a dream about another man. Just like put your fingers on his mouth and say, shh, Derek, I know what it is. I just had a dream about Andre and how he said he put it down last night and how he told me he was happy that I didn't say yes to you. That's what this is about. She just wants to be with him one time. That's what it is. She thinks she loves him. She don't love Andre. So he leaves and she sits down on the couch and looks at her naked hand. And the fingers just a quivering. So we're back with Naomi and Jacob, the realest couple on here, honey, other than Vernon and Anita. So Naomi was like, wait a minute, we gonna gossip. Wait a minute, you think that Ashley and Andre are involved, boo? Jacob was like, look, I ain't say that now, but my gut tells me Andre has feelings for Ashley. And if I'm right, it makes me think that maybe Ashley might have feelings for him too. So Naomi was like, and this is based off your famous gut, huh? Which is real sexy. He was like, it hasn't failed me yet. And they did a wide shot of his gut, baby. He's sitting there just, pecs all tight and honey. And they got the, the gut, the stomach, washboard. Yeah. He's like, look, I am not just operating off of police instincts, baby. Look, it's the way that Andre looks at that girl. He looks at Ashley. So Naomi was like, wait a minute, but what have you seen, baby? What's going on? It's not like you're in their company all the time. So he's like, look, I was with Andre last night, okay? Now yeah. So Naomi was like, you was with Andre and Ashley? He's like, no, baby, no, just with Andre. No, just with him, baby. But he did tell me that she told him that she turned Derek down, which means that they had to have shortly gotten together right after it happened. Naomi was like, look, baby, I know what you're thinking, honey, but Andre and Ashley, honey, they are just friends. He's like, yeah, right, because he pretty much told me the same damn thing, boo. She's like, wait a minute, you asked him? He's like, look, I'm a cop, baby. Damn. Cops ask questions. He said, but that nigga told me he felt sorry for Derek. But my bullshit detector went off, baby. Because I read all through that shit. Naomi trying to be all smart. She's like, I'm sorry. Is that different, honey, than your gut? He's like, now, you can't tell me that the same idea didn't cross your mind. So she tells him, she's like, look, I did ask Ashley. That's a mouthful. I did ask Ashley if she was interested in somebody else. He's like, see, I knew that shit. She said, look, and she said no. She said no, okay? She said no. But did you believe her ass? Huh? What did your damn gut tell you, huh? Huh? She's like, wait a minute, I ain't got no gut. Thanks to all those Pilates classes, okay? He's like, oh, you ain't got to tell me twice. I'll just have to investigate them Pilates classes. She's like, no, don't start, honey. You know once we get started, we ain't gonna stop, honey. Look, I have to go to the family meeting this morning. He's like, ain't you already late for that shit? Yes, but I told my mama, don't expect me for another hour because I want to check on Dad. He said, well, damn, we better hurry up, then. Let's get this nutting quick. He said, don't worry, I'll be quick. Nigga, take your time, boo. Be 2 or 3 hours late, Naomi. Ain't no rush at all. So Naomi was like, oh, okay, that's what every girl wants to hear, that a nigga is going to be quick. So we at Bill's house. So he's sitting at the dining room table. So damn Haley fixed him a plate of something. Looks like a plate of flowers. And he was like, and what the hell is this shit supposed to be? She says, a doctor approved heart healthy breakfast. And he was like, okay, well, give it to the doctor that approved it. And run me my steak and eggs. Run me that. Man comes home from the damn hospital and his wife rejects him and starves him half to death. Babe, baby, your loving wife, just wants to take good care of you, babe. We clearly don't agree on what good taking care of in this particular context, baby, because I want my steak and eggs. He's showing her his true ass. You know what I'm saying? We're seeing the real Bill. Only Danny could probably hand him in this little grouchy mood. He's a grouch. He talking about, at least I don't have to do that damn PT anymore, honey. Shanice ain't done with his ass. So she was like, he was like, what? And then her phone chimes, and she goes and checks her phone. She's like, you better gird your loins, nigga. He was like, why? What the fuck is going on? So we hear the door slam in the background. And our boo Shanice is there, honey, with her all her equipment. She's like, good morning, all. He's like, God damn. She's like, ready to get to work. He's like, no. And the law is my work. These ridiculously easy exercises are a waste of time, Shanice. Damn. We talked about this at the hospital, Mr. Hamilton. Dr. Montgomery wants you to continue your physical therapy at home. Go ahead, Shanice, for the time being, okay? Now get your ass up. He acting like a fucking big baby tomorrow. I ain't never heard her say that shit. So he about to sip his cognac. And so right when he had it at his lip, Shanice said, nigga, Did you forget that we're monitoring your alcohol intake, Mr. Hamilton? It's one of the things that you pay me for, honey. He mad. I will pay your ass not to work on me. You know, sometimes those people who are mad at the person is the person they really do like the most. It'll be such a good payback if he starts falling for Shanice. So Shanice was like, nigga, and they say that you have such a sense of humor. He's like, who said that shit? I mean, because, hell, I got a wonderful sense of humor. When I tell you Bill is really working this scene, he's really doing a good job. He's making me kiki today. This has been a fun episode so far, except for Derek and Ashley's old lying ass. So Derek comes back with a latte like he promised. So he asked her, did the fruit that he left for her earlier, did that stay down okay? She said thanks. It was exactly what she needed. She said she was going to pay him and send him some money for the latte, but he took care of it, of course. He's a good guy. He was like, if you would have sent me that fucking money, that would have pissed me the fuck off. She said, look, that's why I didn't do it, okay? He was like, well, if we're good, I'm going to grab my bag and leave. She's like, no, Derek, you can't leave me hanging like this. Really? You left him hanging? Girl, you think that I'm not telling you the truth about why I don't want to marry you? What other reason could there be? He's like, I don't know. Maybe you're holding out for something better. Someone better than a firefighter. There is no one better for me than you. He's like, and no one else? I mean, like nobody. Like nobody breathing, nobody. So we back at Ted's office talking with Andre, and he was like, Danny said that she was afraid about how Nicole would react when she finds out about them. So Ted was like, well, maybe she is right for being concerned. Shit. I mean, Nicole does look at you like you one of the children. He's like, well, I'm not even really related to Danny, and I barely talked to not Nicole, except when I talked through you. That's a lie, because when you was going through your situation trying to figure out who to love, you went to her. Stop lying, Andre. Damn. So you think that there's more to her that's wanting to keep you two under wraps. That's what Ted is asking. So it's just not about Nicole. It's more to it than what you're telling me. So Andre was like, I just think that she's very uninterested in people knowing about them, because she really thinks I might hurt her ass, just like Bill did. If people know that they're together, then maybe she's nervous that I'm going to hurt her or embarrass her. And so Ted was like, well, did she deny it? And Andre was like, nah, she didn't deny it. She pretty much admitted that I was right. But I told her ass that I'm not like Bill and that I'm not going to hurt her. I have no intentions of hurting her. And that's the truth, Unc. I mean, I really do care about Danny very, very much. So Ted was like, well, so did Bill's ass, enough to marry her. But that didn't stop him from hooking up with Haley, who is, remember, that's their daughter's best friend. Okay. I mean, we're back at Bill's house, so we see Shanice is there pulling, wrapping this little doohickey around his arm to give him a good range of motion, while Haley is doing something, who knows. And Naomi is coming down, honey, all in the afterglow, being from up under Jacob with her leather skirt on, honey. And like I said, sometimes I don't know what the weather is like, because you got Danny had on boots last week, and All the other young girls here have on like mini skirts, and then you got Haley around here with her back out. I don't know what the weather is, but Naomi's looking cute. So of course Bill is always happy to see his daughter. So he was like, "Ah, Naomi at last." So Naomi was like, "Well, damn, I didn't think you would be so happy to see me, Dad." And so, uh, so yeah. So Shanice was like, "Girl, he is just happy to have any excuse so he could stop doing his exercises." And the way he pulling on that damn cord. Bill is acting like a big ass fucking baby. Go ahead, Bill. I like him, y'all. He's really good. He got me kiki. So Naomi was like, "Well, Dad, that exercise you're doing right there, that doesn't look so bad." And here come Haley, got to put her 2 cents in there. You tell him, Naomi. It's much easier than those Pilates classes that we used to take. Remember? So Naomi was like, "Used to take, bitch." Shit, I worked those muscles this morning. So Naomi was like, "Well, bitch, that was a long time ago, Haley. I mean, before you got pregnant with my baby brother or sister. I'm still mad with your ass." So Bill was like, "Hey, Naomi, come on now. Chill. There's no reason for that attitude, girl." So Haley was like, "Oh, it's okay, Bill. Naomi is entitled to feel how she feels about me, even though I thought we were starting to get past that." So Naomi was like, "Bitch, after everything you done, honey, I am not about to embrace you as my stepmammy. Although I already told you that I'm very, very grateful to you for taking such good care of my dad." So Haley was like, "Well, that's fair. But don't blame me for pushing for more. I miss my friend." Girl, you didn't think about that when you was smashing her pappy. So she's changing the subject, and she was like, "Shanice, maybe we should take a break so that father and daughter can have some alone time." So Shanice was like, "Look, I don't suppose that a short break, a short minute will hurt. But I ain't going nowhere. I'm going to be right back." So Naomi asked her dad, "How's he doing?" He's like, he's just so embarrassed because he has to do all those ridiculous PT exercises. He's like, "Although I am growing really fond of my cane." So he gets up, honey, and does his like Tin Man from the Wiz type of walk and dance with this cane. I'm just kidding, y'all. So she was like, "Okay." So he tried to run, baby. She's like, "Dad, what the?" He was like, "Hush, hush, girl. Look, I'm just trying to get a hang of this thing." So he started moving too fast. He was like, all right, okay, okay, okay. So she helps him. She's like, "Look, Dad, let's just stick to our real rehab, not those little Tin Man dances on the Wiz. No, we're not doing that." He was like, "No, no, 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 no." So he was like, "No, and not until I finish, questioning the witness." So she was like, "The witness, huh?" He was like, "Do you have to be so hard on Haley, baby girl?" Naomi was like, "Yes." She's like, "I'm sorry." He was like, "Look, I'm not asking for an apology, but I really would like an explanation. I mean, she ain't done nothing really bad to deserve the way that you spoke to her." Naomi was like, "I will let that one slide for the moment and say it's not Haley's fault that I'm in a mood. Not this time, but I'm just a little sour because of this really situation that's going on with one of my favorite couples." He was like, "You and Jacob, I?" He said, "No, we good, we good." She says, "My best friend's relationship is definitely falling apart." So we finally back at the palace. Damn, it took us almost a half an hour just to get back to the palace when Vernon walked in to meet Madison. So he comes in and is like, "Where is my manners? I am Vernon Dupree." So Madison says, "I am Madison Montgomery, and I'm so honored to meet you, Senator Dupree." So Vernon was like, "It is a pleasure to meet Chelsea's new friend, about whom I've heard absolutely nothing about." Damn, Vernon. So he invites her to have a seat so they can remedy that omission. Go ahead, that's class. So Chelsea was like, "Well, Granddaddy Madison," he was like, "Look, Chelsea, please let your friend speak for herself, okay?" So he looks at Madison. He said, "Madison, I understand that you two met at the hospital." So she said, "Well, we connected at the hospital, yes, but I can't go too deep into details about that, sir, because of HIPAA." So Chelsea was like, "Well, I can. Madison is Dad's neurologist, Granddad." So Danny, with her smart ass mouth, talking about, "That's one strike against her already, saving that dog." So Vernon told Danny, "Be quiet, girl." He was like, "Look, both of my daughters, maybe y'all should leave and give me a moment alone, all right? With this happy couple. Because Danny going to keep saying some shit in there that's going to make this a long night." So both of the girls were like, "I don't want to go. No, we don't have to." But Vernon was like, "But I do." He sound like little girls. So he was like, "Come on, go ahead, run along, you two." So Daddy was like, don't you love how we're instantly children now? Y'all just acted like one. So Chelsea was like, Mom, Aunt Nicole, it's okay. So Nicole was like, Daddy, go easy on them, all right? And so Danny was like, please. So they both skedaddle. So Vernon looks at Madison and is like, so Madison, tell me a little about yourself. So she graduated top of her class in high school. Then she went to Johns Hopkins to get her medical degree. She has a really great, medical education background. As a matter of fact, side note, my daughter has her master's at Johns Hopkins, baby. But it's not in medicine, honey. It's in education. But the fact that she got a master's and she's currently getting her doctorate, look, you got to be careful. You got to be carefully. You got to be proud of your children when they, kind of surpass you when it comes to education. Because finding time to work and go to school is hard as hell. And my baby girl is doing it and doing it and doing it. Anyway, back to the show. So Chelsea was like, well, how do you like those credentials, granddad? And he nodded like he agreed. So we see Danny and Nicole in the foyer. You remember that couch that Anita went to cry on after she told the girls that she wasn't going to be in the group no more? They sitting on that same area. So I think that it's Nicole. Okay, so Nicole tells Danny that she wondered if this family meeting was a good idea. So Danny was like, well, I think it would have gone a little smoother if Naomi were here. So Nicole's like, you say she was going to check on Bill. She was like, yeah, it's his first day home from the hospital. And he's coming along off the walker. Oh, he had a walker? Damn. Using the cane now. He's still doing PT. So Nicole was like, well, you've seemed very knowledgeable on this topic. Father of my children, Nicole. That's what Danny says. And Nicole was like, low-life scum who did you dirty, sissy. It makes me dance when you speak of Bill with such loathing and contempt. That's what Danny tells Nicole. So Nicole was like, girl, you would do the same for me. And Danny was like, oof, don't even get me started on Ted, honey. So she was like, I just hope Madison is a little bit more careful with my girl's heart than Bill and Ted were with ours. So Nicole was like, girl, this is really serious. And Danny was like, girl, Chelsea said that she is in love. What better way to test that shit out than to put them through the daddy gauntlet? Uh-oh. Nicole says this really life-changing statement. She says, I suppose. And frankly, I am so fucking tired of secrets. Ooh. If my husband would have just told me the truth instead of lying to me for nearly 30 damn years, a whole lot of hurt and bitterness could have definitely been avoided. And you could see Danny like, oh shit, maybe I need to tell her about Andre. So Danny was like, I have something to tell you, sissy. And so Nicole's like, what, girl? What is it? She says, it's about Andre and me. Ooh, what's she gonna tell her? So Nicole was like, Andre Richardson? Girl, it's only one Andre, girl. She said it. She says, we've been sleeping together for months, sis. Ooh. Nicole just took a deep breath, honey, and turned her head. Ooh, then the halfway point. It's the commercials, honey. Let me fast forward through this shit. So we're back with Vernon and Chelsea and Madison. So he's like, wow, young lady, you've accomplished a lot for being so young. And so Chelsea was like, honey, she's just getting started. And so Vernon was like, well, I have no doubt about that. So he says, has Chelsea told you anything about the Duprees? And so she was like, a little. Looking around. He's like, well, we're family first, as we say. He says we circled the wagons at the first hint of trouble. But that ain't to scare your ass off. Not at all. But that's just to put a little emphasis about how close we are. We will do just about any damn thing to protect our loved ones. And so Madison was like, wow, that sounds so admirable. So that's what Vernon was like, well, that's why I find it so curious as to why my granddaughter want to set up this damn meet and greet so soon after you two met. So Vernon was like, Chelsea, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but hasn't it been ages since you brought somebody over here to meet us? He was like, so what am I to infer from that? And so Chelsea throws her mammy under the bus, honey. It was Mom's idea. He was like, so you went along with that? So Chelsea's like, have you ever tried to tell her no? But see, that's like I told y'all yesterday. Chelsea, when it comes to her mom, she just lets her mother just run over her. But when she is aggressive, when it comes to Madison, she knows what she wants. She was approaching her. She was very aggressive. she knew exactly what she wanted and how she wanted it. But when it comes to Danny, she's like, well, all right, whatever you want, Mom. So Vernon was like, look, just why don't we just go ahead and start by you just telling your grandpappy the truth, okay? So we are back in the foyer with Nicole and Danny. And Nicole looks disgusted. She says, you're sleeping with Andre? My nephew, Andre? Your nephew by marriage, Danny says, and you're not blood related to him. And neither am I. And Nicole was like, thank God for small favors. Damn. So Danny was like, are you upset? And Nicole was like, of course I am, bitch. How could you do something like this? So we're back with Ted and Andre. So he said, I feel that once Nicole hears about this, that she won't be as upset about you and Daddy being together. Well, you're wrong, bro. He trying to, clean it up. I mean, she should be very happy. The two of you have hit it off. I mean, y'all saw that picture I put up on my video yesterday. Like, Daddy is a gorgeous woman. She's younger than me, But I don't know if she meant to puck her lips so that it looks more wrinkly when she kisses him. I never noticed her kissing him before. Never did. But yesterday, it just seemed like they made her look older. And it looks like she was kissing her son. It just looked awkward. And, they have chemistry. They have attraction. I love seeing them together. And like Ted said, that Nicole should be happy that the two of them have hit it off. So Andre was like, well, I hope so. I don't want to really add no more stress to Aunt Nicole, especially she already got a lot that she's under right now. So Ted was like, you mean because of me, right? And so Andre was like, look, I didn't mean to rub it in, Uncle. He was like, no. It's definitely my damn bed. And I'm lying in that shit all alone. So Andre was like, well, what's going on between you and her now? So Andre was like, the last time I talked to you, you said you were going to give her something. He said, yeah, the flower. So he wanted to give her something that would have reminded her of all of the happier times that they've shared. And without also pushing her too. Like giving her space, but also recreating a memory. So Andre, you better say something smart finally. He said, I understand that you don't want to pressure her on, but that don't mean that you don't have to push at all. Damn. A relationship is like a shark and it has to keep moving forward or it's just going to die. So we back at that lying-ass Ashley's house. There's no one else. I mean, what are you talking about? He's like, look, never mind, Derek. Never mind how she be getting out of your hair. She's like, no, I want to know what you meant, huh? You think I've been cheating on you? Because I never have. I would never do that to you. Girl, you didn't have to fuck him with your pussy. You just did it with your heart and your mind and your dreams and your imaginations and your cells. You know what he talking about. Don't even try it. So Derek was like, what? Well, at least there's that. Because she said she would never do that. And she says, wow. So she's like, okay, good. So now I get credit for not cheating on you. God, I really didn't know that we were just so far apart. Derek, if we could just connect even a little. He said those days are over, baby, and so are we. I don't know what to say. And he was like, because there ain't nothing to say. Well, I wish you well. God, that was really stupid, cliche thing to say. I wish you all the happiness in the world, Derek. He said, I wish you the same, girl. I mean, that's all I ever wanted for you. Wow, he said, I'm sorry that I wasn't the one that couldn't make it happen. Damn. So he takes his gym bag and skedaddles. He leaves, and of course she cries again. I know that damn Andre gonna come over there. I know he is. So we're back at Bill's house, and so Naomi, Bill is asking her, so what's going on with your friend's relationship? So she said she don't want to talk about that. She just want to come over there and make sure he's following Dr. Montgomery's orders, and that she's so happy that he's still doing the PT, although he thinks it's very silly. Just mother sucker talking about if he knew that this medical hiccup was going to give him so much sympathy, he would have had a stroke a long damn time ago. So Naomi was like, look, that ain't damn funny. And, I'm still mad at your ass. As you want to make this out of a joke. Ain't nothing funny about what could have happened to you. And although I'm still mad at you, the thought of losing you would have just messed me up too. So just chill. And yeah, I'm pissed, but the thought of not having you around to bug me and get on my fucking nerves is unbearable. So she tells him to please make sure he promises her that he'll take care of himself. And he says, okay. So Ted and Andre are still talking about his marriage. He said, look, I want my marriage to thrive and not just survive. And So Andre was like, well, it will. You just got to keep swimming, Uncle Shark. I mean, damn, you sitting here not doing shit about it. It's going to slowly lose its breath, and Carlton is going to help resuscitate her. Child. Then Ted thanks him, for the latte and, the sentiment and everything. So Andre, with his old cocky ass, talking about, if everything, goes the way we want it to, maybe, we all can go on a double date with me, you, Danny, and Auntie Nicole. How about that? Child, you being cocky, Andre. Ted was like, that would be really interesting. Uncle and nephew romancing two sisters. So Andre was like, yeah, when you put it that way, it is kind of weird because it is. So, but Andre was like, yes, stranger things have happened. So Ted was like, yeah, stranger things indeed. Let's just hope that the Dupree sisters are on the same page too. So Nicole gets up, honey. We back at the palace. So Nicole is like mad. So Danny was like, girl, Nicole, I don't know what you're acting so surprised about. Shit. You suspected that something was going on between Andre and me before, and you denied it, bitch. That's what Nicole says. I was lying. So Nicole was like, exactly, you were lying. Ted was lying. Eva was lying. Everybody is lying to poor stupid Nicole. Yes, remember I said that earlier. I was like, this bitch is gonna go the fuck off because everybody has been lying to her. Everybody wants to protect Nicole. I think she's gonna fall into that Carlton's arms. He's gonna be the only one that's gonna be quote unquote truthful with her. Watch. Danny was like, nobody thinks you're stupid, sissy, especially not me. Don't sissy me, Danny, not when I'm fucking furious with you right now. But I don't understand why. Because Ted betrayed me and now you're sleeping with my nephew. Girl, it ain't like I'm sleeping with Ted. Danny, she is so clueless. No, that would be Leslie. That's what Nicole said. And so Daddy was like, girl, come on. You know Ted's not interested in that tacky psycho. She called Leslie tacky. So Nicole was like, why? Because they're so hideously wrong for each other. Like you and my nephew who's young enough to be your son? Danny was like, Andre is not that young. Nicole was like, girl, could you have not just slept with somebody that was a little bit more age appropriate, girl? You know what? Forget about age. Just someone appropriate, period. I care about Andre. I rely on his support, sis. Danny was like, so why wouldn't you want us to be happy together? Are you jealous? So Nicole was like, what? Okay, yes, that's it, Danny. Yes. I am jealous, girl. I wish I was sleeping with my nephew. You know that is not what I meant, sissy. Look, I am sorry, okay? Please, please, just forget. Just forget I said anything. She has to tell her that she's comfortable and sick. Come on, Nicole. I need for you to put this psychiatrist hat on. You got to show some empathy. You got to not take it personal. For this girl to have said what she said after what she's gone through with Bill, and for her to at least put her heart aside and really be with somebody, that was huge for her. So come on, Nicole. Come on now. Nicole was like, forget it. Everybody wants me just to forget and forgive. Excuse me if it is not that easy. So she walks out, grabs her purse. She almost slipped it because she had to grab it twice. She closed the door, so she stands outside. So we see limping Bill, honey, back at his house. And Haley is sitting on the chair. So Haley is starting to cry. So Bill was like, what the fuck is going on? What's wrong? What's wrong with you? Why are you crying, girl? Where's Shanice? She went back to the hospital. Well, that's not no reason to cry, girl. I think that's a reason to celebrate that her ass is gone. She's like, not funny, Bill. He was like, well, damn, I don't know why everybody's attacking my sense of humor today. Tell me, baby, what's wrong? What happened? Baby, did Shanice say something or do something to you? No, she didn't do anything. Well, tell me, bitch, what's wrong? It's nothing. Your tears tell me otherwise now, baby. Now, how can I fix it if you don't tell me what's wrong? It's all just hitting me. I mean, you're, fixing your cocktails and you're twirling your cane like everything's fine. And he's like, well, because it is fine. Everything is doing good. How can you say that? I mean, I came so close to losing you, Bill. I could have been here all alone with our unborn child. Bill, you are all that I have. No family. No friends even. Nobody else but you. If I lost you, I wouldn't know what to do. He's like, hey, hey, hey. He moves over to her closer, kisses her hand and says, look, I'm not going anywhere, okay? All right? So we're back at the palace, honey, and Vernon and Chelsea and Madison are talking. So Chelsea is looking toward the foyer. So Vernon was like, "Where's Nicole?" So Danny comes in with 2 cups, honey. She's like, "Oh, she had to go back to work." So Danny was like, "So how things are going in here?" So Chelsea was like, "I think Granddad thinks that Madison and I are moving way too fast." So Danny was like, "Well, Madison, I don't know if Chelsea has told you a lot about what happened with our family." So Chelsea was like, "Mom, we have so many more things to talk about other than the Duprees." So Danny was like, "Really? Okay, well, Madison, look, over the last several months, we've had to weather so many personal storms, girl. And we've rallied together like we always do. However, it has made us very vigilant about outsiders, so to speak." So she says if my father is being a lot cautious, it's only because he doesn't want Chelsea to suffer heartbreak just like her mammy and her aunt has already done. So that's why he's been very cautious. So Madison was like, "Girl, I would never do anything to hurt Chelsea. She is much too dear to me, honey." And so Vernon was like, "I believe you, Madison, and I'm delighted to see such genuine affection between the two of you." She says, "Thank you, Senator Dupree." He said, "Wait a minute, my friends call me Vernon." She says, "Thank you, Vernon." And Chelsea gets up and gives her granddaddy a hug. June is back. Did we just pick her up yesterday, y'all? I could be wrong, man. Remember, Haley was like, "I don't have nobody here with me." I bet you June is connected to damn Haley now. God, I got that lady connected to Barbara now. Haley. Shit, what if Haley is Barbara's daughter? Okay, what we just talked about June. Damn, we psychics, y'all. So we're at Orphe Jean. So Naomi says that she got June's text, and so she asked her, "Girl, I got your text, girl. What's the matter? What's the tea?" So June was like, "Why are you so nice to me, Naomi, girl? I ain't nobody. I can't pay you, and hell, I can't even pay for this cup of coffee. I had to tell the waitress that you were meeting me here and that you pick up the tab." So Naomi was like, "Girl, I'll pick up the tab for the coffee. I ain't worried about that. But why did you text me, girl? So what's wrong?" So she was like, as much as I should be used to it, honey, I am never okay with the humiliation." That's what June said. "I'm homeless, girl, yes, but I'm not evil or malicious or deserving of disrespect, am I?" So Naomi's like, "Girl, no, you are a genuinely fine human being, and I'm privileged to even know who you are, girl." Uh-oh, June was like saying, "Well, we'll see if you still think that way after I tell you why I asked you to come here." So we're back at the Orphe Jeans, and now June is telling Naomi about they came in the middle of the night. They came like ghosts. They didn't hurt anybody as far as I know. It's like, who they? So she tells her that they took everything, and so Naomi was like, "Who?" So June tells her that they call them the cleanup crew. They raid homeless camps every once in a while. She said they thought they were safe because they were out of the public eye under the overpass. So they're the cleanup crew is just trying to get rid of all the homeless people. You know, they try not trying to hurt them or anything. Because Naomi asks her, was she okay? She said, "No, they're not trying to beat us or anything. They just want to get rid of us." She said they took all her shit and she needs Naomi's help to help get it back. So she said they stole that picture, baby. She said they took her picture. Why in the hell did they need that picture of 2 little kids? Because Naomi told her, she was like, "Look, I need a description of everything that was taken, girl. Tell me." She's like, "Girl, they took my damn picture. The mother." She always also gave a little clue. So she was like, "They could have at least left me that." And so Naomi was like, "Girl, I promise I'm going to make sure you get your stuff back, especially that picture." She said the picture had 2 little girls in it. So it might be her and Haley, honey. But that other picture, I don't know. So we're at the hospital, honey, and Ashley coming in there all grouchy and coming in there just stomping and shit. Talking about, "Sorry I'm late," told that to Shanice. And Shanice was like, "The fuck is wrong with you?" So she was like, "No problem, girl. I just got here myself." So she texting on the phone. Shanice, Shanice is always going to be on that damn phone. She said, "But these flowers just arrived. I bet you they are from that hunky, sexy ass boyfriend of yours. Get them, Shanice." So Ashley tells her they're probably not because we just broke up, girl. She's going to hurry up and put her stuff down and get ready for her shift. So as she leaves, Shanice is like, let me look at this card and these flowers to see who is this for. So she was looking through the card. Nicole was getting off the elevator. So Nicole goes to Shanice, was like, any messages? And Shanice was like, no, but these came for you, boo. It looks like somebody's really determined to get back into your good graces, Dr. R. And I love this shot. Well, she has her back turned. She's looking at the card, and it's actually from Ted because, you know, he's the flowers guy. And you see him come around the corner. It's kind of like a blurry image of him. She is more clear. She's in the foreground, and he's in the background. What a beautiful shot. Such a beautiful shot. So she has her eyes closed, like, you know, because she's pissed off because she just walked off from Danny cussing her the fuck out. So now she comes to work, and now Ted is like, baby, I want you. You know, I guess she's feeling like she's with between a rock and a hard place. So we're back at the palace. So Vernon closes the door because I'm assuming that Chelsea and Madison left. Danny is still there. So he was like, so what happened to you and Nicole? And so Danny was like, nothing. She just had to get back to work. That's all. He's like, uh-huh. So that's your story. You're sticking to it, huh? She said, to the bitter end. He's like, mm-hmm. So she asks him, she's like, so what do you really think about Madison? So he said, I said exactly what I thought. I mean, she's a lovely woman, very, very accomplished, and she seems to be very fond of Chelsea. So Danny was like, but do I hear a but? He was like, well, if there is one, it may be because of how fast they're moving in this damn relationship. He was like, this whole fiasco with Bill really didn't do Chelsea's emotional state any favors at all. So Danny was like, I know, Dad. God, Doctor, I'm not the only one that bastard hurt. He said, and even though she didn't act out as dramatically as her mammy, Chelsea is still very much wounded and seeking comfort. Hasty decisions that are made when you're in that frame of mind can come back and haunt your ass. So we're back at Bill and Haley, and he's like, sweetheart, you're crying about somebody who's like sitting right beside you and you're holding their hand. Okay? Now, doesn't that sound silly, girl? She's like, you're right. You are here and you're just fine and you're not going anywhere. And he says, that's for damn sure. She was like, okay, well, let me just take a minute and put it together. So she gets up and she goes to the table. She said, oh, Shanice left a list of exercises for you to do when she ain't here. He's saying, and she knows exactly what she could do with that damn list too. Now, if June and Haley are twins, they sure did match them up good, because I swear them girls look alike. They do. They have the petite face. They have the same complexion. They have the same textured voices. If they're sisters or kin to each other, they're very petite in size. I could see that. I could see that. We'll find that out sooner enough. Hopefully sooner than later. So after Haley leaves, he looks around and then he reaches for his phone so he get to dialing, honey. So he calls somebody and talking about he want to take out a life insurance policy for $10 million with his wife Haley as sole beneficiary. Weird. Okay, that had a really dark ending. That's the end of the show, y'all. Yeah, he wants to take out a life insurance policy on himself so that she could be the sole beneficiary, because she's really pulling on his heartstrings. Maybe when this first started out, it wasn't as deep, but now she's crying, I don't have anybody, baby. I don't have anybody. So he feels compelled to make sure that she's taken care of. So maybe that's why he's doing what he's doing. And he's using that right hand. I thought that right hand was kind of weak. You was able to hold that phone, huh? What's going on? Anyway, today was decent. The only funny parts was Bill. Bill was funny as fuck. I'm glad that Jacob and Naomi had a chance to talk, because Jacob was like, I see how the way Andre be looking at Ashley. Are you sure it ain't nobody else? I'm happy that they had a chance to talk. Ashley's still looking at Derek lying, and he won't ask her. He should ask her directly. Is it Andre? She won't tell him and he won't ask. So they really don't belong to each other. I feel like they could have easily just squashed this a long time ago. Only if he would have said Andre's name or she would have said his name. And he's trying to move on with Danny. He's going to hurt Danny's feelings. I know he is. And I really, with Nicole, I didn't think that she was going to be like, oh my God, I'm so happy for you, Sissy Pooh. I didn't think that she was going to be like that. But I didn't know that she was going to be like that. Like, girl, you fucking my nephew. Bless her heart. She's going through so much. She said, but I did tell y'all, I said she gonna be pissed with everybody lying. Like all these people lying to her because they try to protect her. And Carlton is gonna be the only one that's going to be like, I would never lie to you. That's what she needs. She needs that one person outside of the family that's not gonna lie to her. And Carlton will probably be that one that won't lie to her. So anyway, if I have any skippy, I can't pronounce my R's too well, y'all. So, give me some grace and mercy. And I cannot wait to see what tomorrow's episode is about. Hopefully they don't preempt it because tomorrow's Juneteenth. Thank God for Juneteenth and thank God for a little holiday that I got off. It ain't a little holiday, it's a holiday. And hopefully you guys have tomorrow off as well. If not, then I will see y'all tomorrow in the next episode of Beyond the Gates, episode number 77, which is a wonderful number. Bye.